Everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the Adidas Dame 9. Alright, so when it comes to this model right here on the Dame 9, I think it's been well over a year, possibly a year and a half since we've seen a refresh in his line, so it was well due. I'm very excited to talk about this shoe. So further ado, let's talk about the Adidas Dame 9. Alright, so as always, as far as the traction pattern goes right here, you kind of have this really tight knit blade pattern. This one here is translucent. Now, how these perform on clean floors, I've played about 10 hours or 11 hours in these thus far. They perform great. They grip the floor very well and you get a ton of feedback with a very squeaky sound. So clean floors, you will be good to go as far as the traction goes on the Dame 9. Now on dirty floors, it does struggle a bit because the grooves are so tightly knit that they collect a lot of dust. So you're gonna have to be wiping if you're on dirty floors, or you might slide out just a little bit. I had a few instances where I did slide out just slightly on the really dirty kind of YMCA floors. As far as bringing these outdoors, I don't know if I'd bring these outdoors because they are pretty soft. If you can grab a pair on heavy discount, then I would recommend it. But if you're paying full retail price, I'd probably keep these indoors as far as the traction goes. But overall, I would say it's a pretty reliable setup. Not quite as good as the Adidas AE1, but it's definitely on the upper echelon as far as the traction goes on basketball shoes across the board right now. So as far as the traction goes on the Adidas Dame 9, I'm gonna have to give them a pretty solid 8.5 out of 10. Now, as far as the cushioning goes on this model, typically I do not like light strike. It just hasn't been for me. I haven't really cared for it. But whatever they did with the compound in this model, it's very bouncy, especially in the heel. So you're getting a ton of impact protection at the back of the shoe. It's very responsive underfoot. And quite frankly, for a foam compound, I really enjoy these. And I typically don't enjoy foam-based cushioning across the board on a basketball shoe. Now in the forefoot, it is a full-length slab. It's a lot closer to the floor, so you're getting really good court feel in this model while getting really nice impact protection at the back. Really no break in time. It's very spongy and nice underfoot right off the bat with this model, so it's a very versatile setup. I do think you can play in this model whether you're positions 1 through 5. It's a very nicely balanced cushioning system. At the back, it is caged just slightly with a bit of that translucent rubber that does wrap up the back of the shoe, but that doesn't hamper the cushioning at all. It's very nice underfoot. And quite frankly, I was actually very surprised by the light strike in this model. And that's why it's gonna score a very nice 8.5 out of 10. As far as the fit goes in this model right here, I would stay true to size. I stuck with my usual size 10.5, and I had a little bit less than a thumb's width at the end of the shoe, and it is pretty wide foot friendly. I know it does look like it, that it tapers in a little bit here in the forefoot, but overall it does break in really quick, and it really was not restricting at all. You get a ton of padding at the back of the shoe, and you also have this neoprene bootie that does wrap around your ankle very nicely, and it goes right to the tongue. So overall, the fit on this shoe was superb. I really enjoyed it right off the bat. Again, next to no break in time, and that's what I love within a hoop shoe, is not having to break it in, and that's what you're getting on the Adidas Dame 9. So as far as the fit goes, I'm gonna give it an awesome 9 out of 10. Now, as far as the materials go on the Dame 9, I actually really enjoy it. It's nothing premium. At the top of the shoe, you just have a mesh material that does wrap around. I've already talked about that neoprene inner bootie, which is very comfortable on foot, kind of like a Huarache model wrapping around your foot. Moving your way down from that, you have like a microfiber or like a super short-haired nubuck material, and it's very nice in hand and on foot. Obviously, it's not breathable at all. You are getting that breathability with the mesh tongue right here, but I think it just looks very nice and it feels very nice in hand and on foot. And that's basically the setup on the Adidas Dame 9. So again, nothing premium, but it's very soft and it breaks in really quickly on foot. It does have this pretty thick kind of piping that does wrap around the shoe. Enjoy this setup. You kind of have this 3M hit at the back as well. So again, nothing premium as far as performance goes, but it does perform very nicely on foot. And my favorite thing within a basketball shoe is it feeling natural on foot and not having to break them in with any pain. And I had no issues as far as the Dame 9, as far as the materials go. Nothing premium, but that's what you get for like the retail price point of $120. These are $150 here in Canada, and I really enjoyed this setup, and that's why the materials are going to score a pretty solid 8 out of 10. As far as the weight goes on the Adidas Dame 9, again, this is a US size 10.5, and these come in at 15.5 ounces. So all things considered, it's not overly a lightweight basketball shoe, and I know that we have been coming to know that from Adidas with the AE1, the Harden series, and now these. But honestly, in hand and on foot, I would say this is the lightest Adidas basketball shoe on the market right now when it comes to their signature series. As far as the support goes on this model right here, I really enjoyed the support on the Dame 9. So starting at the back of the shoe, you do have this pretty rigid internal heel counter. Moving your way down from that, you do have this kind of rubberized midsole that does wrap up to your pinky toe. So when you make any hard lateral cuts, it is kind of protecting your foot from spilling over the side of the footbed. You also have this internal lacing system that when you really crank down these laces, this upper does wrap very nicely around your foot. Moving your way down from that, I believe you have a full length or at least mid-foot shank plate in this model, as it is very good for torsional rigidity while still maintaining forefoot flex up front. So all things considered, this is a very supportive basketball shoe. Obviously, Damian Lillard does a ton of step backs and really shifty moves on court, so his shoe has to perform the same way he does on court. That's why you're getting a very supportive basketball shoe. On the medial side, you do have another portion of kind of light strike and rubberized foam, or the midsole just wrapping up here as well. So you're kind of protected on both sides. And this shoe is just superb. I really made all of my movements with confidence on court, and that's all I can ask for within a basketball shoe, while still maintaining a nice range of motion. And that's what you're getting here. As far as the support goes, you're going to get an awesome 9 out of 10. And then really quickly, as far as the aesthetics go, Adidas has the game on lock when it comes to their performance basketball shoes for their signature series. It's no different with the Adidas Dame 9. This is a very loud looking basketball shoe with the black upper, the green laces, and the red upper running throughout. I do love the 3 stripes on the side and the really small Adidas logo right here. Translucent outsole. It kind of has the reverse Grinch vibes running throughout, but all things considered, their designs are very original. The AE1 Harden series is doing awesome, and that's no different here with the Dame 9. I really love the look of this hoop shoe, and the overall performance of this hoop shoe is an awesome bang for your buck at $150 Canadian, $110 or $120 American. This is a superb basketball shoe as far as the traction, the cushion, and the overall materials and fit, the support as well. This is a great hoop shoe and something that I think I will be going back to time and time again. It's an awesome looking hoop shoe. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the Adidas Dame 9, a hoop shoe that I've really loved playing in. And the biggest surprise for me was the light strike. Again, I've not really cared for a bunch of the light strike within their hoop shoes in the past, but this one definitely brought me on board as far as the overall elasticity of it. It was just very fun to play in with the traction, cushion, and support. And I just want to know, what's your guys' opinion on this model as far as the overall design features and performance? Like I mentioned, that's gonna do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. Thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.